Hello, welcome back to another Teaching Tips with SuperCare video. So today we are going to be looking at a CVC word building activity. So CVC is consonant, vowel, consonant words, and this is a perfect activity to do with those children who do identify letters. And I'm going to show you 3 different ways this activity can be used with 3 different learners. So as you can see on the table, I have out some pictures. These are very simple words. We've got sit, hat, dog, map, and mop. And I have the corresponding letters for each word as well. So this is how I would set it up for a young person who is only just learning to blend these sounds to make words. So for example, with dog, we would have the ok, dog. That is what we use to blend. That's why we use that word blending. So this activity is set up for a child who is just learning how to blend these words together. So as you can see under each picture, I have the corresponding letters. This is so it is super easy for that young person to look at the word mop and then see there's a op, mop, and the letters are all there close. So there isn't much hunting and finding to do. The second way I would do this activity is I would move all the letters down and mix them all up in amongst each other. Then I would ask a young person the word sit and say, oh, can you find the letters to make sit? Hopefully they would pick s, I, and t and make the word sit. So once they have built the word sit, I would then always ask them to read it. Hopefully they would say it, sit, and blend it like that. Then the final way I would use this activity is for those children who are still grasping initial sounds. So still listening out for that first sound in each word. For that, I would make sure they've only got the letters they need for the first sound in each word. And again, I would say to them, oh, this person is sitting. Can we find the first sound in sit? And hopefully they would pick up the s and pop it on top. And they would do this for the rest of those words. This activity is perfect for them children who are just learning their initial sounds. They don't need the rest of these letters at this point because they're still focusing on the first sound in that word. Now, how you can support your child with any of those activities is very similar. So, regardless of their age or stage, blending the word yourself and segmenting it, which means breaking it down, into them sounds is so helpful. So here at SuperCare, we have some young people who I need to say, oh, we're building the word it, sit. And then they can use my segmenting to then blend the word and find them sounds. They still need that scaffold from you in order to do the activity. And then slowly I would remove that. So one day I might be saying it, build the word sit. The next day I might be saying, oh, we're building the word sit, and slow it down, but not segmenting it fully. All these things are going to help your child, and these activities progress really nicely from one to another, starting with initial sounds, then starting with the sounds directly under the word, and finally finishing with them building the CVC words all by themselves independently, which is then going to aid their reading and writing skills in the future. This is a really important foundational literacy skill, and it's how all of us know how to read and write because of these foundational phonics. Thank you for watching this Teaching Tips with SuperCare episode. Today we looked at a CVC word building activity and we focused on 3 different ways we can support 3 different learners. The first being just focusing on matching that initial sound. The second being having the letters directly underneath the word they need for building, just to make it super clear and not to confuse the children with too many letters. And finally, we looked at jumbling all them letters up and making it a little bit more tricky for that young person to find the letters they need to build that word. We also talked about how you as an adult can support the young person to complete these activities. If you've enjoyed this video, like, follow and subscribe as we have more videos on the way.